Hello my beautiful babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new Natasha Denona Trichrome palette. This is her recent release, and it's her first time having pressed multi-chromes in a palette. So I'm going to do some swatches for you guys here today, show you guys how I created this eye look, and just give you guys my overall thoughts and let you know whether I think it's worth the high price tag or not. So if you are interested in seeing all that, then keep on watching. Alright, I'm so excited I finally have this in my hands. But anyways, before we get into it, if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, palette reviews, then hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a video. But anyways, so here it is. This retails for $129. It has 3 multi-chromes and the rest are mattes. There are 15 shades in this palette, and it is one of her bigger palettes with bigger pan sizes in it. I'll show you a comparison to her other palettes that are in the $60 range. This is the difference in size. This is a Sunrise palette, so you guys can see that it is bigger than the other palettes that are cheaper. I do think that the price tag is also higher because it has multi-chromes in it, and multi-chromes are more expensive to formulate. So that is what I'm guessing the high price tag came from. It has the usual like holes in the back so you can pop up the shades, rearrange it, or if you have other palettes that have the big pans in it, you can kind of switch things around. So I like that she does that. But I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. So these are the shades in the palette. So I like that she has a row of like kind of grungy greens, a row of purples, and then more like warm tone shades in the bottom, like peaches and orange shades. And I like that she kind of formulated like these little color stories in each row. So maybe if you're new at makeup and you don't know how to pair things, she kind of gives it there for you to come up with a look to use for each multi-chrome. So these are the multi-chromes right here, but I do think the color story is beautiful, and I really love her matte formula, so that was the main reason I picked it up. And then it was also a chance to try her multi-chrome formula, but they are definitely more on the satin side. They're not super vibrant, super shifty multi-chromes. There are multi-chromes from other brands such as indie brands that are way more vibrant and way more metallic. So if you prefer more of a finish like that, I think you would be better off sticking to indie brands than buying this palette for the 3 multi-chromes that are in here. So I'm going to show you guys comparisons to the multi-chromes in here that I have in my collection from Clionadh and Divina, so you can see the difference. If you like this type of shift or color that's in here, I'll show you an option that you can pick up from an indie brand instead if you're looking for that kind of formula. So I'm going to show you guys here. So this is Scarab. I'll show you guys the shift so you guys can see closer. And then the shade that I have that are similar to it, not exact dupes, but this is Patina. This is from Clionadh. I'm going to swatch that here so you guys can see. This one is so vibrant. Come on, you can see like how different the vibrancy is at and intenseness of this. And then this is what it looks like next to it. They're similar in shift, but I definitely like the Clionadh one better than the Natasha one. And then one more shade that I thought was similar was Celesta from Divina. So it's this shade right here. Yet again, it's super vibrant. It's probably more on the gold side. And then I'll show you guys that swatched here. So that's the one I have closest. That one is more of a brighter gold shift to it. But these are the 2 that I had that were most similar to this one. See, that one has more of an orange shift. But when you first look at it, I think those ones look the most similar to it. So the next one is Kinetic, which is the purple to pink shift multi-chrome in here. So this one is more muted. It's even more satin-like. And the shift is very subtle. It's almost hard to capture it. There's just somewhat of a pink shift. So the one shade, I think this is the only one that I had that was most similar to it, was from Clionadh. This is in the shade Stencil. Like, it looks so different in the pan here. But like in terms of the actual purple color that's in this one is a purple to pink shift. Like, look at that. You see? See the difference in that? And then here it is. So that one has more of a pink tone to it. This one has a little bit more of a gray purple to it. But that one is the most similar in terms of shift. And then for the last one, which is Color Flip, which is like a burgundy shifty to green shift shade. I'll pick that up so you guys can see that on my finger. It's like a burgundy to a green shift. This one too is kind of hard to capture the shift, but you see how it kind of shifts to green. The shades that I thought were most similar, I have the shade Astria. You see that one has a really intense green shift, and I'll pick that one up on my finger. That one has like a green to burgundy. Damn, you can see the green so much more in that one, but you'll see it's like a same concept. Wow, this has so much more of a green shift, but it does the same burgundy to a green shifty shade, but you can see the intensity and everything is just so much different. And then there's one shade, if you have the Walhalla palette, there's a dual chrome in there, and this is the shade Fake that I thought maybe we could compare. It's the burgundy shifty shade that might be similar to that. That's so pretty, and that one's probably gonna come more close, but you see that one's like a deeper burgundy, but it does that, you know, shift. So that one's a lot, probably more similar than the one from Davina. And that was it for comparisons of other shades I have in my collection, but I highly recommend you check out Clionadh and Davina. They have just stunning shadows. Anyways, so let's get into this look that I have on my eyes. I'll put that together and then we will wrap up this video. So I'm thinking I'm going to start off with manganese. I know for sure I want to use Scarab on the lid. Also, don't look at my nails. I swear I just painted them and they're already messed up. But that is my struggle. I can't keep nail polish right ever. So let's go into manganese. I'm going to be using my Nabla brushes that I featured in like my Trend Mood box unboxing. I want to keep using them. I think they're such a great quality and all that. If you are wondering what's on my lips, I am wearing the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade Charlotte. That's what's on the lips. Anyways, let's get started. Whew, that's a nice deep plummy purple. And that's the one thing I just really love. I'm gonna put the mirror here. I really love about Natasha Denona's matte formulas are they're always so pigmented and nice and creamy, and they just go on like a dream. If you're wondering about the brushes, I think they are going to have this soon on the Nabla website for their like holiday brush sets, and this is the Ruby brush set. They're so good. I love Nabla. Alright, so in the inner corner I'm gonna go in with one of these green shades. I'm thinking maybe I'll go in with this brush right here. This is the 304 brush, and go in the shade Vert. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm using kind of, you know, like a warm color and a cool color, so I don't know how this is gonna look, but I'm going to work it out and see if we can create a cool look with this. So I'm gonna try not to blend the shadows too much into each other because it could get muddy and funky. I'm gonna take this little brush again and just kind of go over the edges of manganese. So I'm gonna take the little detailed brush I've been using and go in the shade Tungsten. I think that's how you say it. I'm gonna use that on the edge of the purple just to try to blend the edge better and get more of a nice blend. Alright, so I think that's a really good crease that we got. So I'm gonna go do the other eye and then I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's looking pretty even on the eyes right now. So now I'm going to get some glitter primer on the lids. I'm going to use my NYX glitter primer. I'm using this Morphe brush. There's not really like a thin flat brush in the Nabla set that I wanted to use. So I'm just going to put that all over the lids. I'm thinking I'm going to use 2 of the dual chromes on my eyes. Okay, I think that's good enough with the glitter primer. So now I'm going to start off with the shade Kinetic, and I'm going to use that towards, you know, the purple end here, like in the inner part. I'm going to use that on the edge. That looks pretty. I like that. It's a nice purple. It's more on the subtle with the shift. There's like a pinky shift to this one. And I'm going to clean that brush off. And I'm going to use Scarab on the rest of the eyes. Oh, this is pretty. This is my favorite one in the palette for the Multichromes. Like, this one's the most vibrant and like impactful. Wow, that is gorgeous. I'm gonna clean that brush off. I'm gonna go back in Kinetic and maybe pull out a little bit more over here. Take a little bit more of Manganese and just keep it, make sure we didn't lose any of the depth over here. I'm having some fallout down here. And then I'm going to go back in the shade Vert over here. Just make sure there's a good blend. And I think that's where I want to keep it. So I'm going to do the other eye now. I think this look is coming out so beautiful. I love the vibe of the green and the purple. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep that on the lower lash line as well and not do anything different. So I'm going to take the 204 brush and the Nabla set and go in with Manganese and do that on the outer corner here. Okay, and then I'm going to clean that brush off and I'm going to take Vert in the inner part. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush that I didn't add any product to and just kind of blend the edges out. Alright, so now I'm going to take this little pencil brush, the Nabla 303 brush, and I'm going to use Androdite, is that how you say it? This shade right here as my inner corner highlight. It's like a minty pastel-y green. Let's see how that works. I think that will work perfect as the inner corner. Yeah, I like that. I think this is all I'm going to do on the eyes. I think it's different. It's fun. It's definitely out of my comfort level or what I would typically think to do with this palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some mascara, some liner, figure out something for the waterline, and I'll be right back. Alright, here's the finished look. To wrap up the look, I just went in with some liquid eyeliner and did a wing, a bigger wing that I'm used to doing. This is from Il Maquillage. And then for the waterline, I went in with the Urban Decay Glide On eyeliner in the shade Voodoo. That's on the outer part. And then in the inner part, I went in with a green one. This is from LA Girl. It is the shade I Gotcha. This is one of her Shockwave eyeliners, and I use that in the inner part to just keep the look cohesive and have everything match. And for mascara, I went into the Major Pleasure mascara from Nabla. I did just do a video from Trend Mood unboxing it and showing you Nabla products, and I tried this mascara on camera and show you guys like the difference with it on without mascara, like the lashes comparison, and it was stunning. I definitely recommend you guys check that video if you're interested in seeing that. I'll put it up in the corner in the description below. But that was everything for the look, and like I mentioned in the beginning, I am wearing the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the shade Charlotte. But let's get into my final thoughts and wrap up this video. Okay guys, so what I think about this palette. Is it worth it? It is for me. I love this palette. I love the color story, and I'm most excited about it because of the mattes. It is so good. Like, the matte formula in Natasha Denona's palettes are stunning. They're creamy, they're blendable. All the shades just blend very well together, and I just love how they perform. So that's what really made me want to buy this palette, as well as the color story. Like, these types of shades right here, give me life. They're like some of my favorite types of shades to use in my eyes. And then I love purples, I love lavenders, and you know, and it's also cool to have gotten a chance to try her Multichromes. So this is worth it to me. I don't regret picking this up. I'm happy I got it, and I think that I will have a lot of fun with this palette, this color story, and with the mattes. Now, if you like the color story, you like mattes, you want more of a subtle muted multichrome, then I think you would love this palette and you wouldn't regret picking it up. But if you're buying it just for multichromes and you want high shine, super intense multichromes, I think you will be absolutely disappointed with this palette if you pick it up for that reason. So I don't suggest you get this if you're just looking for good multichromes, and I recommend you going to indie brands such as Cleona, Divina, Terra Moon, just other brands like that. They make way better multichromes. But that is my overall thoughts on the palette. I think it's lovely. I had a great time using it, and I will definitely get a lot of use out of it in creating other looks and pulling in those wonderful grungy mattes and those purple mattes and everything. But that was everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, did you pick up this palette? Are you going to? Do you hate it? I just love hearing from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, you made it this far, you might as well hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on. And if you guys did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up so I know to keep making this kind of content. And don't forget to check out the description. It will be linked below where you can find this palette in case you are interested in picking it up, as well as some of my other YouTube videos you may be interested in, as well as my contact information. I have a Instagram page, so I will put my handle down in the description as well as on the screen. I'm Breezy Lifestyle at Instagram. I would love for you guys to join my Instagram fam as well. But that was everything. Just sending you guys love and light wherever you are in the world. But until next time, bye guys.